Hey guys, Senor Zapata here, and today we are going to work on mixed numbers in a number line. So we've been working about improper fractions and mixed numbers and how to go back and forth. So let's just review very quickly what a mixed number is. So a mixed number, it's a quantity that it's composed of a whole part and a fraction. So this is an example, 1 2/3. It's an example of a mixed number because we got a one whole and we've got 2/3. So we don't have two, we have more than one, but we have less than two. And we're going to work on a number line. So when you learn how to count and how to put the numbers in on a number line, you know that every space in the number line represents a whole number. So if you go from 0 to 1, that's one whole. From 1 to 2, then will represent in two wholes. But a mixed number has a fraction part. So the key here is look at your denominator, which in this example is 3. And that is telling you the number of equal parts that whole is split in. So I'll just go ahead and use my pencil. So if you count how many equal parts you have here, you have 1, 2, and 3. So we're saying that this point right here represents 1/3. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and write down that this point right here, and it's not working. I need my pencil. I don't need a circle. Okay, so this one right here, it's 1/3. This will be 2/3. And this point right here will be a whole, which is equivalent to 3/3, right? So when I go ahead, I'm going to change my color. When I go ahead and count from 0 to 1, I have 3/3, which means one whole, but I need two more thirds. So this one right here will be 1 and 1/3. This one here will be 1 and 2/3. So I have more than 1, but less than 2. So I go 1 and 1/3, 1 and 2/3. And that's the number that they're asking me, the mixed number they're asking me to find. So that's the exact point in the number line where I'm going to place 1 and 2/3. Okay. So in the second example I have here, we're going to do the same, but this time I'm going to show you with the bars. So they're asking you to find 2 and 1/4. So again, what is the whole part? We got two wholes, and the fraction part, we got 1/4. So where to put it's 2 and 1/4. Where will we put 2 and 1/4? So if you take a look, if you compare this bar to, let's say, a chocolate bar, that would be one chocolate bar, two chocolate bars, three chocolate bars, but I don't quite have three chocolate bars. I have two chocolate bars and 1/4 of the third chocolate bar. So I'm gonna have to change this whole, and I'm going to use the fourths. So when I have 4/4, I have a whole, but I'm only need one of these fourths. So I'm gonna go ahead and move it here. And that would be two wholes and 1/4. That's just another way to show you that in the number line, that red point right there will represent two wholes and 1/4. Hope this is making sense, guys. We're going to practice a little bit more. I'm going to go ahead and show you this one. So this one is 3 1/2. When I follow my steps, I check my whole part. I have 3 wholes and 1/2. Okay. Look at my denominator is 2, which is telling me that each one of my wholes is going to be split in halves. I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. That would be halves. This would be 1/2. And this would be 1 whole, which would be the 2 halves. Okay. And I can go ahead and jump through my whole numbers. So we'll go 1 whole, 2 wholes, and I need 1/2. And there I go. This point right here represents 2 wholes and 1/2. Okay, so now you should be ready for your independent practice. There you go. I have 2 number lines, and I want you to try to figure out what is the mixed number that the circle represents in the number line. Okay, what is this point? What is the mixed number that that point represents? And then what is the mixed number that this point represents? All right. When you do that, you're going to move to this part. I have 2 mixed numbers, 2 and 1/5, 4 and 3/10. Okay. 2 questions for these 2 numbers. How many wholes does a number line need to represent the following number? So how many wholes do I need to represent this number? And how many wholes do I need to represent this? Okay. Remember that you have 2 and a fraction, and you have 4 and a fraction. And once you figure that out, I want you to draw the number line and find the exact point that represents those 2 numbers. Okay. I'm going to ask you to pause the video, work on this independent practice, and once you have your answers, click play again and we'll check together. All right, at this point, I'm going to go ahead and check with you this independent practice. So let's check this first example. What is the mixed number that the point is represented? So if you take a look, each whole is split in 1, 2, 3 equal parts, right? 1, 2, and 3, which is telling us each one of these points is 1/3. Okay, this will be 2/3, and this will be equivalent to 1 whole, right? So I need to go and count how many whole parts I have. 1 whole, 2 wholes, 1/3, 2/3. So the mixed number is 2 and 2/3. That's what this point is representing. It's 2 wholes and 2/3. I hope you guys got the correct answer for that one. Same procedure for the next example. I'm going to go ahead and check what is my denominator, in how many equal parts those wholes are split. I'm going to count. I get 1, 2, 3, 4 equal parts. That means each part represents 1/4. Okay, and then the quick way is jumping through my whole numbers. 1 whole, 2 wholes, 3 wholes, and then I got 1/4, 2/4, 3/4. So I got 3 wholes and 3/4. All right, let's move to this. So how many wholes do I need to represent 2 and 1/5? So remember, I have more than 2, but not quite 3. So I'm going to need 3 wholes to represent that number in the number line. And then for this one, 4 and 3/10, I'm going to need 5 wholes because I got more than 4, less than 5. Okay, now let's draw a number line very quickly to represent this number. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and use my pencil to represent my number line. And this number line needs a total of 3. So I'm going to do 1, 2, and then this will be 3. Okay. I need to make sure that each whole has exactly 5 parts. I'm going to try to do this as exact as I can. 5 parts. 5 parts. All right, let's verify. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So each hole split in 5 equal parts. And then let's see where is the exact point where 2 and 1/2 will go. So I'm going to jump from 0 to 1, 1 to 2. That gives me 2 holes, and I need 1/5. That is the exact point where you're going to place that mixed number in the number line. Finally, we're going to do 4 3/10. Okay. This time you need 5 whole numbers in your number line, and each one of those is going to be split in 10 equal parts, right? So since I'm gonna need to split that in 10 equal parts. It's gonna take a little time, and it's gonna probably need a longer number line. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it right here. I need my line. Okay. We're gonna go, ooh, that's not a straight line. We're not gonna use that one. Just get my eraser. And these things happen when you're recording a video, of course. Let's see if we can make it work this time. Here we go. I'm gonna have a big number line. I'm gonna get my pencil. All right. I'm gonna need 5. So I'm gonna put 5 here. I'm gonna try to do this as exact as I can. It's gonna be quite exact, okay? You know, each one of your holes is gonna be split in 10 equal parts. I'm just gonna go ahead and only split the part that goes from 4 to 5 in 10 equal parts. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. But remember, each one of your holes is split in 10 equal parts. And then I'm going to just go ahead and jump very quickly through my hole numbers. 1 hole, 2 holes, 3 holes, 4 holes, and then 1 10, 2 10s, 3 10s. All right, so here's the point where I'm going to have 4 3/10. And here's the point where I got 2 1/5. All right, guys, I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. I hope that this is making sense to you. And if you have questions, I'll see you on our one-on-ones. And I'm looking forward to make my new video so that you can keep learning about fractions.